Imagine this. The Louvre Museum in Paris, a fortress once believed to be the most secure building on Earth, gets robbed in broad daylight. Something you'd only expect to see in a Hollywood blockbuster happen for real, right in front of thousands of unsuspecting visitors. Welcome back to Sodi Facts, where we dive into the stories that seem too wild to be true. On the morning of October 19, 2025, everything seemed perfectly normal at the Louvre. The doors opened, guards took their positions, and tourists from all over the world began to pour in, eager to see masterpieces like the Mona Lisa. By 8:30 a.m., just 30 minutes after opening, the museum was already bustling with activity. But on the far side of the building, the side facing the picturesque River Seine, something was about to go terribly wrong. A large truck, the kind you'd see lifting furniture to a high-rise apartment, pulled up right against the museum's ancient stone wall. This truck had a mechanical lift arm attached to it, but it wasn't there to deliver furniture, and the people inside were definitely not your average workers. There were 4 of them, all dressed in bright yellow and orange construction vests, looking completely ordinary. But their faces were hidden behind black balaclavas, a clear sign that this was no ordinary job. 2 of the men quickly operated the lift, extending it upwards until it reached a first-floor balcony. This wasn't just any balcony. It led directly into one of the most magnificent and iconic sections of the entire museum, the Galerie d'Apollon, or the Gallery of Apollo. For decades, this gallery has been home to the crown jewels and royal treasures of France, a glittering display of the nation's history. But getting inside wasn't as simple as just stepping over the railing. A thick, reinforced glass wall stood in their way. As soon as the 2 thieves set foot on the balcony, they wasted no time. They pulled out an industrial-grade disc cutter from their bags. With a high-pitched scream of metal on glass, they sliced a hole through the reinforced barrier in mere seconds and slipped inside. Everything happened so incredibly fast that the guards stationed further down the hall had no idea what was happening. But the instant that glass shattered, the museum's main alarm system blared to life. Guards inside the gallery spotted the intruders and rushed toward them. The thieves, however, were completely unfazed. They brandished their power tools, threatening the guards and forcing them to keep their distance. Following protocol, the museum staff immediately began evacuating tourists from the gallery. Chaos erupted. People screamed, unsure of what was going on. One eyewitness later described the scene as pure fear and confusion. While the police and museum staff were frantically trying to get everyone to safety, the thieves were surprisingly calm. They moved with purpose, smashing open several display cases, scooping up 9 priceless royal treasures, and then retreating back through the same hole they'd cut in the glass. Down below, their 2 accomplices were ready and waiting on powerful scooters. The thieves climbed back down the lift, hopped onto the back of the scooters, and sped off into the Paris traffic before anyone could even think about stopping them. The entire operation, from the moment the truck parked to their high-speed escape, took just 8 minutes. They were inside the world's most famous museum for only 4 of those minutes. Before taking off, they even tried to set the lift truck on fire to destroy any fingerprints and DNA evidence. But a courageous museum staff member managed to intervene and put out the flames. The thieves then raced along the river, eventually hitting the Paris Ring Road and disappearing onto the A6 motorway, vanishing without a trace. For France, this daring heist was nothing short of a national humiliation. But the biggest question on everyone's mind was, what exactly did they steal? When the museum finally assessed the damage, the reality of the loss sent shockwaves across the entire country. The financial value was staggering, but the historical and cultural value of the stolen items was truly immeasurable. According to the Ministry of Culture, 8 priceless royal treasures were gone. The thieves had initially grabbed 9 items, but one, a magnificent 170-year-old tiara that belonged to Empress Eugenie, was accidentally dropped during the chaotic escape and later recovered from the ground. It was the tiara made especially for her back in 1855. Sadly, it was damaged when the thieves forced it through the narrow hole in the glass, and then fell onto the road, leaving it with scratches and dents. The museum director later mentioned it might be repairable, but the loss of the other 8 treasures is a wound that may never heal. So, what exactly was taken? The list is heartbreaking. Empress Eugenie's diamond tiara, a royal brooch, Empress Marie-Louise's emerald necklace and matching earrings, and Queen Marie-Amélie and Queen Hortense's sapphire tiara necklace and earring set. They also took a rare artifact known as the reliquary brooch. These weren't just pieces of jewelry. They were living history, covered in thousands of diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, and other precious stones, all dating back to the 19th century. They were a tangible link to France's royal past. Their material value was estimated at around $2 million, but historically, experts say that even $1 billion wouldn't be enough to replace them. What's truly strange is what the thieves left behind. They completely ignored the most valuable items in the entire gallery, including the legendary Regent diamond, worth a mind-boggling $60 million, as well as the famous Sancy and Hortensia diamonds. This bizarre choice led investigators to believe that this wasn't a random smash and grab. The thieves were likely hired for a specific mission and knew exactly what they were after. But this raises an even bigger question. How could a museum known for its top-tier security fail so spectacularly? As the investigation got underway, some truly shocking details began to surface. French media reported that in the very section where the robbery took place, 1 out of every 3 rooms had no security cameras at all. Let that sink in. Inside the world's largest and most famous museum, even the exterior cameras didn't have a clear view of the balcony where the thieves cut through the glass. But the biggest blow came when a French Senate member revealed to the BBC that the local alarm on that specific balcony, a separate system from the main museum alarm, had been broken for days. If it had been working, security would have been alerted the very moment the thieves stepped onto the balcony, possibly stopping them before they even got inside. In the aftermath, the museum director took full responsibility and even offered her resignation, though it was ultimately not accepted. This robbery exposed major, glaring flaws in the security of France's most treasured institutions, and surprisingly, this isn't the first time the Louvre has been a victim. Back in 1911, the Mona Lisa itself was stolen by a museum employee who simply hid the painting under his coat and walked out. In 1976, thieves broke a window and stole King Charles X's sword, which is still missing to this day. And in 1998, another painting was stolen in broad daylight, never to be seen again. Now, 27 years later, the Louvre has been hit once more. But the most crucial question remains unanswered. Have the stolen treasures been recovered? The Louvre remained closed to the public until October 22nd, but the Gallery of Apollo is still sealed off as a crime scene. Police have officially called this a highly organized and professional robbery. We can only hope that these priceless pieces of history are found and returned to their rightful home. We hope you enjoyed this detailed breakdown of the Great Louvre heist. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Your amazing support means the world to us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.